to Intermediate Level English Language Arts.
The topic in your book is developing a good speaking voice, and I've read it and I've seen it. And well, they talk about some basic things already with developing good speaking voice. But instead of referring to your books, okay, this time I'm going to be referring to what I've been already teaching you guys since your grade 4. For those of you who are already my students since grade 4, I will be teaching you how to develop a good speaking voice. So to be able to develop a good speaking voice, guys, is you have to exercise your speech articulators. Speech articulators, these are the different organs or body parts that you use to create your voice, to create your speech. Okay, that will be your throat, that will be your lungs, that will be your diaphragm, your mouth. Okay, all of these parts, body parts, okay, they all contribute to creating a good voice. And just like any body part that you'd like to strengthen or like improve, you have to exercise them. For example, you like to lift heavier stuff, then you have to really do exercises for your muscles there in your biceps, right, in your arms. Okay, just with developing those muscles, when you like to develop the things that you're going to be using when you're speaking, you have to also do your basic speech exercises. And there are 4. Let's go through all 4 and let me discuss again why these are all important. Okay, first one is breathing. Now, the breath, your air is like the fuel for your speech. So just like a car would need fuel, would need gasoline to continue running, for you to continue speaking, you would need air. And for you to be able to speak well, you need to be having a good airflow, a good way of inhaling and exhaling the oxygen. Okay, so one good way of practicing or developing a good speaking voice is you have to exercise your breathing. Now, how are you going to do that? Okay, now, breathing again would be you have to make sure that you're doing the correct way of breathing. You're going to breathe in through your nose and make sure when you're going to breathe in, your shoulders will not go up. Because usually, right, when people breathe in, they puff up their chest and they put up their shoulders up. That's not how you do it. Correct way of breathing in would be you're going to be inhaling air from your nose, okay, and your shoulders are not going to go up. Instead, what are going to go big or going to go up is your stomach's going to go big, okay, your chest is going to puff out a little bit, okay. That's good breathing in. So when you're going to breathe in, you notice my shoulders didn't move much. Breathe in and then breathe out. Breathing out, a good way of breathing out would be slowly, um, you have to control the air that's coming out, okay? So you're gonna slowly control the air coming out through your mouth. So again, breathing in, breathing out. That's good breathing exercises. Next, tongue stretching. Tongue stretching is, for those of you who've already experienced tongue stretching with teacher Vince, okay, tongue stretching is a little bit funny, but it's very, very important, especially since your tongue, it's the one that's controlling the air in your mouth so that when you're speaking, you're saying the right words correctly. And have you ever tried being tongue tied or like being unable to say or you tend to have the words not coming out of your mouth properly because of your tongue not responding to the way it's supposed to respond? That's because you're not exercising your tongue well. Now, to stretch your tongue, a good tongue stretching is you're going to stretch it forward and then to your right and then to your left. Okay? Now, how are you going to do this? When you're stretching your tongue, please make sure that your whole body is stable. It's steady. When you're tongue stretching, it's not like this. Here, in what I just did, is that my forehead moved forward. No, tongue stretching is you're going to have a stable head. Everything is going to be all in place, all steady, and then you're going to just only stretch your tongue. Okay, so you're going to stretch your tongue forward and then to your sides. That's tongue stretching. Next, lip roll. Lip roll is like like the process of pronouncing the words BR, okay, but continuously. So this is usually something that you use, or it's the sound that you always use when you're playing, when you're kids, right? Especially when you're trying to mimic the sound of a motorboat or a sound of a car, okay? Lip roll is your lips are moving at a rapid pace, and then you're going to control the air that's coming out. Now, you have to, especially for those of you who are going to be doing it the first time, okay, you're going to have a tingling sensation with your lips. That's normal. Okay. Now, why is this important? Um, a good pronunciation would also require that your lips would be in the right positions for you to pronounce words properly. So with lip roll, okay, you have to inhale first so that you have a lot of air in your body. And then when you have a lot of air ready, you lip roll. You have to let the air pass through your lips, okay? And it's supposed to make the sound BR, but then it's gonna be continuous. So it's gonna look like this. That's how lip roll looks like. Yes, that that one, that sensation wherein your lips are rolling up and down, that's lip roll. Okay, and then shout. Shout is not the same as scream. Shout is different here. For those of you who've done martial arts, right? The shout there is something that comes from your diaphragm, your stomach, okay? And then you force it out. Now, this is a good way of exercising your diaphragm muscles so that you are able to modulate your voice. How do you modulate your voice? It's you're controlling your voice so that you are able to control it in a way wherein it is controlled and it sounds right. So this is my normal speaking voice, and my modulated voice would be this voice. This is my modulated voice. Now, to be able to modulate your voice properly, you would have to practice the shout. And the shout is a strong force of air that comes out from your diaphragm and out. Okay, so here's how it looks like. One way to do this properly is you have your hand um, on top of your diaphragm. So that's like on top of your stomach, okay? Not your stomach exactly, but somewhere in between your chest and your stomach, that's your diaphragm. Have your hands here, and then when you shout, there has to be a vibration there. So it looks like this. Huh! That's a shout. Okay, it's not too loud. It's not a scream that ah. No, that's not. That's a scream. Okay, but a shout, it's gonna be a strong force of air coming out from your stomach. Huh! That's a shout. Okay. And when you're going to be doing all of these four things, you're basically always practicing your speech articulators, the body parts that produces speech. You could develop a good speaking voice. All right. So that pretty much ends up your speaking. Now we move on.